Okay. Oh my god, he lives. Squid, yo, what's up? Hold on, let me swap over to my this one. This one. Okay. There we go. This is gonna be the setup for now. Look, I have Steam. I have the Steam community post open. Also, Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is very fun. I have been playing that too. Um, but yeah, uh, I don't know. This is just gonna be a random stream because I was like, you know what? I felt like going through the community thing, and I don't know. I didn't want to do it alone, so I thought I'd open up the stream. We can hang out and read some of these. There's a lot of variance between how people are feeling, you know. Um a lot of them not great, I'll be real. There's a Steam AOC Steam discussions, had no idea. Yeah. Yeah, well, because now they have they have like an actual page, right? Like you can't really see all of it, but they have like a proper page going with the trailer and everything. Uh yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. One of my personal my like favorite pastimes is going through like Steam reviews and just trying to find like the funny ones. Um so basically what I'm gonna go off for this is like how many comments they have reacting to them. Because usually those ones are like the best. Uh Obviously, because people have just reacted, reacted to them. But Squid, how you been? It's been a while. I feel like it's been ages. Um, I think it's fair to release it on Steam purely based off its performance. As someone who played mostly early access games, AOC is launching in a better state than the majority. Yeah, like I wouldn't say it's that bad. We've come a long way since phase one. We've come a long way since phase one of Alpha 2, at least. And that's when I started, right? So, you know, if you've been here before that, then yeah. But yeah, I understand why people are hating it. Yeah. I think there's definitely like that impression that it, it's gonna get that bump, that little bump from the players that come in when Steam opens up, and then a lot of players are gonna be like, "Whoa, this isn't what I bought or paid for," and that's gonna leave a bad taste in the mouth, and then they're gonna leave and never come back, you know. So I don't know. I don't know. How are we doing on? Yeah. Okay. Cool. The worst thing that can happen is dupe slash exploit still going. Yeah, pretty much, right? Um, there's no recovery from that. Yeah, and plus releasing to Steam also feels like that. Like before now, there's always been that it's just an alpha blanket that you can wrap yourself in and be like, it's just an alpha. So if they reset, it's totally fine. But once you put it on Steam and people are buying it on Steam, the oh no, uh the nuke button, which is resetting the entire server, becomes a lot less like easy to do because there's going to be a lot more people that are just like, oh, I'm just going to buy in and play this game and it's going to be great. We're going to have fun. And then, and then they get hit with the, oh, we're actually restarting the server because the economy is like ruined because of some crazy exploit. Um and I do remember seeing it like even in the end of phase 3, there was like some crazy crate duplicating bug, right? It was like happening just outside of the nodes. I I I don't have much of the details on it, but all I know, because I was kind of like checked out by that point, I was like, yeah. Um, but I just know that there was some shenanigans going on, right? There was some shenanigans. Um, uh, Something that gets me about I don't know what it is. Maybe people have just gotten worse at typing, but there's like every time I read every single one, like half of these that I kind of skim them before I started this just to like, okay, there's something here, right? Uh but a lot of them that I've read are just like they have such weird like they're not, I don't know, it just seems like it's not like first language English, you know? Why are there a lot of hate to the game? Dudes. Uh, uh, oh my god. Dudes, it's just an alpha version of the game. What do you expect? Yes, it costs $50. No, you supported the project. No, you bought the game. Uh, yeah. Now developers want to promote the game a little. It doesn't matter if it ends well or badly. In the end, I don't understand why the game community, which paid $100 to support the project. Yeah, there's kind of this like I don't know. Like I can agree with the sentiment that he has in there, where it's like, oh, okay, you we shouldn't be trying to scare off new players. But I think it's not trying to scare off new players. It's more like trying to soften the blow when the new players come in and they're like, oh, this can be sick. We're gonna have like this is gonna be a sick new game coming from my old MMO that just collapsed. What New World just like is like closing the doors pretty soon, right? They're wrapping it up. Um, and I've noticed there's been like a lot of MMOs that are sort of like, they're putting their hats out for those players. They're like, hey, look, we got some interesting new content, some exciting stuff. It's all about to happen over here. It's gonna be great. Um, but yeah, a lot of people are mad because they've paid and been waiting like 5 to 6 years to try this game, and they never got the access they were promised. What? Not only that, but they bumped them back in the waiting queue to insert more alpha tests to sell more keys. Uh, is there people that paid for? Because I was under the assumption that like if you were a Kickstarter backer or like before that, like a Kickstarter backer or like after that, or like a what is it, the PI Phoenix Initiative or whatever it is, I was under the assumption that like you had alpha access already. Is there people that like bought in ages ago that just don't have like this person's already banned? What the hell? That's crazy. They just like highlighted it banned. Um, yeah, oh, dude. I think one of the rough things as well is like having it early access on Steam and having that like box price when they said that they weren't going to have a box price. Uh little confusing. Oh, is there like a double up on light boxes? Yeah, I think so. Also, AOC Lemon, thanks for the follow. Lemon, is that you, buddy? Lemon, hello, hi. But yeah, so people are gonna see that, and it's gonna be like, oh, so there is a box price, and that's like, that's just ammunition in the belt for like all the people that are like, this is just a money scam. This is exactly. I told you guys. I told everyone. I told them. 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 Lemon? No, no, it couldn't be. I don't know anyone by the name of Lemon. There's no way. No way at all. Yeah, I'm kind of just looking at the Steam like community discussions page. One of my favorite pastimes is just uh reading through like Steam reviews and discussions and stuff because I don't know, there is like some comedians out there who they use Steam as like their stage. So there's definitely going to be it's been a while since they announced, so like there's been a few posts built up now. And I'm kind of hoping that there's going to be some funny stuff in here. Cancel a game saying it's an alpha version. If it has a cash shop, try to explain it away as much as you can as you want. That's a fact. When the cash shop is prioritized, the game cannot be called anything but a full release. Do they have a cash shop yet? I don't think so, right? Or not functional. I remember seeing there's like a button that links you to their shop, but there's not like an in-game cash shop, right? I haven't seen any of this, which is crazy because there's like, how does this even come up? This whole thread is totally derailed now by people being like, "There's no cash shop. There's no cash shop at least at this." Yeah, yeah. There's no cash shop. So what the fuck? What are these people talking about? Uh, almost everything. Game isn't ready. It's hard to call even an alpha. The zero systems ready to play or test. I wouldn't say zero systems ready to play or test, but uh, but it's pretty rough at the moment. I think Aeon 2 has given me hope for AOC in terms of performance because Aeon 2. Aeon 2 is buttery smooth for me and it showcases what UE5 can do for games. Yeah. Is Aeon 2 like an MMO? I thought it was like a hang on. It's like it's not an MMO. Like one of those weird like single player how do I describe it? It's like you know, like PoE2 or Diablo where it's like, oh, in your hub there's a lot of people around, but you know, you could see other people playing in your like hub area, but then, you know, and there's some multiplayer aspects to it, but it's like mostly single player. Am I getting that right? I haven't really looked into it. It's like okay. Okay, maybe it is. Somewhat, yeah, you're right. But there is a new world. Nope world areas or open world areas. Okay, right. Okay, I mean, sure. Okay, totally fine. It's totally fine. Anyway, let's not get distracted by Aeon 2. But uh yeah. Yeah, I feel like the performance issues that we're experiencing right now are definitely just like it's all like okay, that's all going to be like worked on later at the end. But there is an argument to say it's like okay, well you can't like just wait until the very end to do it because he, performance is like a huge thing People will quit games over that easily. They'll be like, "Oh, this game stutters and it sucks, and like I just can't play it." Um, especially, especially in Ashes because you have that's just like a hardcore like, oh, if you I think we've all experienced this at this point where it's like you're just running along, you accidentally pull a mob and you're like, oh, I'll be fine. I'm on my mount. It'll be okay. And then you get rubber banded backwards. That mob kills your mount. It takes you a second to like, oh fuck, and then the mob just like one shots you because it's like a random 3-star or something, and it's like, oh, cool. I just dropped half of my good shit. And it's like, okay, yeah, you just run back and go and get it, right? Yes, yes, sort of, maybe. Maybe you get back there and it might be there. There isn't exactly like a solid. Yeah, someone might have stolen it. It could have just bugged out and despawned. They're just out of luck. Um, Oh god. Yeah, see now this is all there will be cosmetics available for purchase that continue throughout with you throughout the phases, just as cosmetics included in previous packages. Is have they opened up like reopened up the cosmetic shop? I swear I keep checking it and I just like maybe I'm just missing the waves and I don't know. But probably not because I feel like there would have been a lot more noise about cosmetics coming back. So, yeah. uh, Oh my god. Oh my god, Srixon, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Uh, the issue that players aren't the issue that players aren't playing isn't because of lack of content or bugs. It's because of special rules for certain groups and RMT and exploitation by groups that never get properly actioned. Oh my god. We need to get that guy like a whole monitor sash, you know? Get him a nice whole monitor sash. Just so, everyone knows who's in charge. PTR, which would be the work in progress build for the 11th, has the worst stutter, frame drops and crashes for a lot of people right now. Uh it's interesting you say that. I haven't had that bad performance. Like it, you know, it's not been the best, but it's not as I don't know. I haven't really had much of that, but I don't know. Um, yeah, it. I don't know. I haven't really experienced too much of that, so I can't really like. Yeah, I get stutters every now and then, like when you're crossing like server workers and stuff. That's when I get like a big frame drops. But apart from that, eh, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm guessing they. Yeah, dude. I have no idea. I have no idea. Like, there's just so much where I'm like, every good thing I go to say is just like feels like cope, and then I catch myself and I'm like, whoa, 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 calm down. Um, I don't know. I just believe. I just have faith. I believe in Steven. Okay, I believe in Steven and the team. They can bring it back. But I mean, it's not like the hello. Okay, bye bye. What do I? Yeah, got him. And go down. All right. Um, yeah. What was I gonna say? It's not like you know, like there's plenty of early access games on Steam, and plenty of them release and are in pretty bad form. Maybe like, and there's plenty of games that stay on Steam. Yo, Grey Pelt, thank you for following. Appreciate it. Hey, noticed you streaming from YouTube? Yeah, yeah. I have the YouTube. Yeah, I have the stream in YouTube as well, just as like an archive sort of thing. Helps out with that. But yeah, I appreciate the follow. It's always handy. Number go up. That's a good thing in my brain. Oh, actually, I'm at like 298, almost 300. Hey, milestones. Gotta get those milestones. Um. Yeah, what was I saying? So it's not always a bad thing. Like, I don't know. I honestly think uh everyone's might everyone's probably just being really dramatic. It's gonna, it'll blow over. Game will release on Steam. There'll be negative reviews, but you know, as long as they're still working on it and the game gets better over time, those reviews will get better. Um, Eventually people will come back, right? But you know, it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be painful. I think that's the big thing. It's not gonna be an easy transition from oh, because as soon as we're on Steam, everyone's gonna be like, game has a box price, or game has a box price, early access tag. It can't be worse than APOC. Yeah, the Apocalypse. Yeah. I never actually played that, but you know, mm, it can't be worse. But it's interesting to see that they actually took their what was it? Someone pointed out that the names on Steam are technically different, which could be like a play, or it could just be like they don't have access to that account anymore or something, and they just had to like make a new one. But people are already complaining, and half the YouTube videos and comments have something negative to say. So I don't think the Steam reviews can do all that much more to it. There's clearly people that are playing and enjoying the game, myself included. Yeah, right. Like there's gonna be your like a dedicated audience that sticks with it. I mean, I feel like anyone was in like who is in the alpha and has been playing like since from like phase 1 all the way through to phase 3 is like pretty dedicated. You know, the people who were gonna drop off have already dropped off. Like they're gone. Um, so uh, like getting a player population boost is nice. Um, and it's not the end of the world. Like this, like games have recovered from bad reviews. In fact, the redemption story is is one of my favorites, right? Um, although yeah, it's gonna be rough. All I can think about is like No Man's Sky, but that was like a single player, sort of single player. There was some like co-op, like multiplayer stuff in there, but mostly single player, right? Um, had a bad release initially, and then over the next couple of years, put all the stuff in, came back, returned a hero, right? So, I think maybe um it kind of initially lied about me about being multiplayer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like there was plenty. I remember all of the videos coming out being like No Man's Sky actually a scam. Um but now it's like you could play it now and you're like, "Dang, this is pretty good game. This game pretty good. This is pretty good, Very good." Just because they kept like working on it, right? So, I don't know. There's yeah, yeah. I still can't believe, dude. I swear, like every single post, I'll see like, or every like couple of posts, I'll see Strixon in there just fucking like talking shit, just whining his fucking head off. Oh please, I can't believe it. I can't believe, I can't, I can't believe there are certain guilds that are still in the game. Like, okay, dude, relax, relax a little bit. Uh, we're still in a testing phase, right? So, um, dev team behind it was very serious. They were just very rushed by publisher. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like that's the like that is like the iconic redemption arc for a game where it comes out, it was rushed to release, doesn't have all the features it promised, and then, years later it kind of gets that resurgence of like, hey, by the way, the game is like actually done and I think it's actually pretty good now, and then it gets like its second round of marketing, you know. It'll be nice to have enough players to fill more of the world. I started in P2, so compared to now in terms of map size is huge. Before you would constantly see everyone on the server almost once a day. Now there are people I almost never see. Right? I think that was like a maybe that's why like P1 or phase 1 felt so much more alive, is because the the map was just smaller, you know? Like it was just the Riverlands, right? Yeah, yeah. P1 pretty much had the Riverlands, and then there was like the desert release near the end. Um wasn't the point of being self-funded having no rush for the studio so the game can be cooked properly? Yeah, yeah. That was talking about like the rushing for release. I was talking about No Man's Sky, like what happened. But yeah, yeah. So the self-funded is like they don't have to rush, but I can, dude, dude. Imagine you are Steven and you see this, you're like looking at this product that you're developing. It's costing you millions of dollars. You are hemorrhaging money right now, and you're just like, okay, okay. Been a couple of years. Been a few years. We're getting close to double digits, okay. Uh been a few years. Starting to look at like, okay, you start getting to the point where you're like, okay, but no, seriously, like we need like some sort of income on this, you know? And I know the people buying in for alpha that was supposed to like support that and like gives the project more runway. I feel like the it's just like it's all about having that enough runway to get it to a point where it's like, okay, we're releasing like this, we're releasing where we think uh we're releasing at a good point, um and now we can start with like the monthly subscriptions, and then once you have that monthly subscription, then you have more of a like predictable income that you can work with instead of these like, you know yeah. If that's the case, I think it would have been received way better if he straight up said, we are running out of money. Honestly, honestly, I true, true. I would agree with you. Let's just get some honesty in here and just be like, yeah, so like this is costing a lot, and it's costing and we're looking at our like runway projections of like how much longer we have before we like need to start making money, before we can just, because you can't just like develop something forever with no income, right? That doesn't make any sense. Um, and and if anything, MMOs seem like one of those game genres where the costs can just like balloon out of control. Um, yeah, and not his usual sugar-coaty bullshit excuses. Yeah. Hey, hey, Steven knows how to talk good, okay? He knows how to talk good. He knows how to whisper sweet nothings into our ears so that we're happy for the next couple months, okay? He's very good at it. That's not a bad thing, you know. But yeah. Yeah. Just got to be aware of it. That's all. Um but yeah, I think I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Maybe there's like the sense of like, oh, if we say that we're running out of money, then people are gonna like start jumping ship because it's like, oh, there's no way they're gonna make it, you know, and the only way is to just like start monetizing hard. And I don't know. Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people that would just like not like that. You know. Um. Yeah. For some reason for some reason the game is getting hate almost a decade into development. Oh, okay. Oh, I got ads in like a minute. I don't know. I'm gonna snooze them. So I get stupid ads. Um, I would think that some of it has to do with the player pop as well. They're in a state where they have automatic dynamic gridding turned on in PTR, but current player pop doesn't really support the stress testing they need to prove it's a workable product and be able to sell it. True, true, right? Okay, that's another take. It was like, okay, we have the tech now that we could. So instead of monetizing our like Ashes audience, we take this tech that we've made, sell it to other developers and stuff, other gaming companies. Um, yeah, yeah, but they just don't have like the players, so they're just like, all right, lower the walls, let the people who can afford $50 in, um, and who yeah who like are still interested. Uh, yeah, yeah. I guess that yeah that would make sense to me. Yeah, but have they? Is it working though? I don't know. I don't know. Vladis had what sounded like the most sensible explanation to me. They're not actually running out of money, but some angel investor threatened to pull out if they didn't do it. Which is that sounds like that sounds like the worst case scenario of like they're rushing to release because of investors. Ah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, what has it been? Yeah, yeah. It has been a few years that they've been developing this. I don't know. I don't. I feel like maybe I don't know. 'Cause we don't even have like good. I At this point I wouldn't even say that there's like good questing. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of it, but like from what I've played, it has not made me want to do more of it. If that makes sense. So, and whenever I touch it, I'm just like, maybe I'll wait. I'll wait. This needs more work. I'll wait a little longer. Like I know other people are testing it and they're running into issues. Um, so I kind of want to wait for that so I can like just I don't know get all the lore like when it's fully fleshed out and in there. But what we're testing now, like the core game systems, mm, it just feels like uh a lot of stuff isn't like fully complete, but it's not complete because there's just other systems that you know that make it satisfying aren't in the game yet. Like the whole we're missing like at least like three or four parts of the of the wheel. What are we doing? I actually love parts of the questing that feel but like WoW secret finding quests. They lack optimalness though. Yeah. Yeah, hmm. I don't mind. Like, I think there needs to be a balance of like, quests that you can do, quests that are like story quests, like core story quests that give you like the foundation of the lore that you need to be invested in the world, and then like having those like little spice quests, like like secret spice quests that you find throughout the world that like you don't really get led to. It's just like, oh, you happen to be in that spot, you found this NPC, and now you're talking to them, and it's like, oh, and that's like a magical moment, right? As long as you're look who it is. The streamer finally streams. I'm sorry, okay. I've been busy and I don't know. It's hard because sometimes I'll just hang out in Discord and then that takes up like my entire day, you know? So, yeah. Yeah. What am I doing? But yeah, how you been, Wayward? Um, oh, oh, I can't block it this time. Shout. Ads incoming in like, you know, 30 seconds. I'll say that. Yeah. Busy lately with the PTR, so it's nice. Yeah, it's also rough because it's like you can't stream the PTR. Otherwise, I would have been doing that, but you can't. I don't know. Yeah, you can't really. Except for this 1v1 thing that's coming up, the test dueling. That's coming up pretty soon. That should be fun, right? Not like show it, but I don't know if I can show it. Right now you can. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I didn't realize it was right now. I did jump in and I tried doing it and it just like wasn't working for me and I'm not sure why. Maybe I was doing it wrong. That's totally something that could have happened. Um, but yeah, they removed the watermarks for the 1v1s. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, so once yeah, that should be fun. At least just showing up and like seeing the 1v1s and watching them. Hell yeah. I can't wait. Uh Only the dueling tournament can be streamed? Yeah, yeah. I mean that makes sense. Imagine you hop on, you're like, yes, I'm just doing the dueling stream. Like pans the camera around to something else and just get instantly fucking ah no. You must pay attention to the dueling stream. That's the only thing you're allowed to watch. I'm sure it'll be fine and pretty loose. I don't know. I imagine the closer we get to releasing on Steam, the like, is there still going to be a okay? This is probably a dumb question. Did they say if there was still going to be PTR while like after they release on Steam? It sounds like the big prize related to that is for clips from it instead of the tournament itself. Ah, okay. Yeah, so it's like people taking clips. Yeah, yeah. I mean that makes sense. Oh. Fuck. I got big ads. Oh hell yeah. Early access Steam people gain access to it. Yeah, yeah. I mean that makes sense. There's going to be live, and then there's still going to be PTR. How do you even? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, okay, yeah. No, I do. Okay, so I do. Okay, yeah. If it's set to okay. Yo, Sync, what's up? How you doing? I'm reading the Steam community discussions page just to get the vibe, see what's going on. What are you doing? Well, Okay, yeah. Okay, the ads are definitely over. Okay, I was just making sure. Damn it. Always, yeah. Um, yeah, there'll still be a PTR. Yeah, I kind of thought that would be. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. They still need their like pre buffer before they just like start throwing things onto the live. But at this point, dude, honestly, it feels like it feels like it should just like whatever what we're doing now on PTR, you know? Uh that sounds like a bad time for vibes, am I right? You would think so. But I like laughing at like sometimes there is like some really funny people in here and like the way they word things is amazing. Uh Seems haters have gotten more unleashed in every part of life. Many people lacking a constructive positive mindset and dignity, plus maybe more drama bots. Uh, at tones of hype throughout the day. Yeah. World building allure is painfully mediocre. It's just another classing fantasy cliche. All it has going for is it looks nice from what I've seen. Yeah. 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 I think this has been a concern for a while that Ashes is like I don't know. It its aesthetic is kind of generic, you know? There's a lot of assets that I see and I'm like, did this just come straight from the store? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I had it in the background like a second ago. Hang on. Like when I saw the hang on. Back. Yeah. Like these hippos here, like these hippos in the background. You see that? When I first saw these, I was like, that looks so weird and not uh like it's like, oh, is this just from like, Unreal Engine store and they put it in. I was like, yeah, this kind of fits. That's a great mount. Love it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to insult anyone who might have worked on that though. Because it looks clean. Like it looks clean, but it almost looks like too clean. Oh, it's too clean. Um, the access team people get, yeah. So basically, everyone will have access to PR, which is interesting. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no. Basically, what they've been doing with PTR now is I feel like what they should have been doing the whole time. To be honest with you, uh, is what they should have been doing the whole time. Where it's like, oh, the PTR server just stays up, but then they're like, oh, it gets reset like every day, every second day or whatever, and then like we'll come into the Discord and be like, hey, this is what we're trying to test right now. Jump in, make a character, boost it to 25, get your gear, or like if they're testing the earlier levels, obviously you don't do that, but they have these systems in there or NPCs where you can kind of cut out the grinding bit of it and you're actually testing the systems rather than like the live server that we had, which was basically just like here, play the game, and then it's like, oh well, here, play the game and test the systems and see how it feels. Um, and I think maybe like for phase one, that was okay because it was still fresh. Like everything was fresh. So you jump in, you have no idea what's going on. There's like a bunch of stuff to test. And now it's like we're into like phase two, phase three, and it's like it's all the same. Um, and it should have been more. I don't know. It feels like more just of like these spot tests here and there, like doing specific things of like, hey, we're really focusing on this today. If we could get like, you know, 500 players to just like do this thing and give us a bunch of data on this specific thing when you log in, that would be great. Uh, uh AFC had some flowers from UE store that they used. I'm not aware of anything that they've used since then though. Oh, okay. Which is not to say that they definitely haven't. Which is, I don't know. Okay. To be fair, if it's like terrain stuff, if it's like uh like trees and plants and that sort of stuff, like bushes. Okay, get those from the store. But when it comes to like your uh like mounts, armor, armor seems pretty custom made. I don't know. I haven't seen it anywhere. Um, maybe like architecture. That's those are some huge things because nature is always gonna look naturey, so it doesn't really matter that much. But it's all like all the stuff that's like man made has to be custom. Otherwise, I don't know. Otherwise, there's no like succinct style between all of them that makes them all look good, right? Uh, People are sick of founding a single game for 8 years. Year ago, alpha test key. The founder pack cost above yeah, $100 to test the game. Now they advertise as early access, charging money for it. Nothing new for modern gaming, but AOC is not early access; it's an alpha state, meaning nothing works as it should. Yeah, I feel like there's like a definitely a calm before the storm right now. Um, where we're just waiting for it to open up, and then there's gonna be just like a bunch of uh how do I put it? A bunch of people who have been holding back with the excuse of, oh, it's just an alpha. But as soon as it finds its way onto like an official store page, it's like, all right, it's done, bro. It ain't an alpha anymore. It's early access. And I like that it feels similar, but it's not. It's not. Early access is like there's definitely a bunch of games that come out in early access that are jank as hell and definitely not ready for release. And then you have like, some games just stay in early access forever. Uh, what was it? There was one game that I remember being like, how long has this been in? Was it Satisfactory? I think I remember playing Satisfactory, and I was like, and one of my friends was like, no, we should wait for it to get out of early access and then we'll play it. And then I like did a quick Google. I was like, how long has Satisfactory been early access? And it's like, I think it was like 9 years or something. I don't know. Maybe that's 3. Not 9 years, 5 years. Okay, 5 years. But when we were playing it, it was like, I think it's out of early access now. But when we were playing it, it was one of those things where I'm like, let's play this. It's fun. It's like core systems are pretty fun, right? Build shit, automate it. Everything's great. And yeah. Uh yeah, so, yeah, but that like Satisfactory is good. Is one of the good ones because like you kind of jump in there and like the core stuff was all there. It was just more like um just the side stuff that wasn't really ready. Um but I just remember seeing that like my friend being that's one of those moments like my friend being my waiting for my like wanting to play it and my friend being like, no, let's wait until it comes out of early access. And it's like, well, it's been in early access for 5 years, and I don't know how much longer it's going to be doing this because it's still like kind of not there. But yeah, um, where am I? I kind of think their tree/plants are custom nowadays to deal with optimization/seasonal changes. Yeah, yeah, the seasonal things could mean they're custom, but I mean, you get like I don't know, there's like winter trees and summer trees on the store. I'm betting. I'm betting. Um, but there's stuff on there that I wouldn't mind them using, like a fire particle effect, if that can save them time. Oh, I'm well, yes. Like particle effects is like it depends in the use case, because in Ash's case, they've kind of ruined themselves because half their like aesthetic is like the glowing ashes of abilities, you know. So, um, Satisfactory is one of the good ones for early access, but there are some even more egregious ones. RIP Industries of Titans. Industries of Titans? I've never heard of this game. Uh, okay. Oh yeah, okay, so it's like a civilization builder sort of thing. Sort of. Yeah. Kinda looks like it. Yeah. But anyway, uh the problem is those aren't all compatible with each other. I get my automation fix out of heavily modded Minecraft. Yes. Modded Minecraft is it's crazy because you say that and it's like we could be thinking about totally two totally different games right now. And it's all Minecraft, but what I'm thinking of and what you're thinking of could be way different, which is kind of crazy. Uh, I played it at PAX the year before it went to early access. Hell yeah. Um, I don't know. I never heard of it. I never seen it. But if he says it was good, hey boss, I believe it. He says it was good. It was probably good. Um, what the fuck? Because we are all depressed. Yes, yes. Ashes of donations. Oh god. City builder meets town defense meets FTL ship combat meets factory management. Yeah, yeah. So it's like a yeah, it's like yeah, like Civ man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I gotcha. I do remember like back when I was younger, like way younger, playing Minecraft and like you had the like the Tech It mods or something, and you just end up with like you could transfer items with pipes, transferring all the pipes. Yeah, like there'd just be pipes everywhere, transferring items between like different chests, and I don't know. It was crazy. This is an MMO that's been in development for 8+ years. It's charging money to play and is further monetized with an in-game catch shop. So I'm going to treat it as a fully released product. Is there a guns out, guns out, dude? Bah! I haven't done a push up in 6 months. Bah! But also it is summer here, so yeah, it's it's singlet time. I also have the partner bought this for me. The raccoon says I delight in my own filth. Done Tech It before, but years after it was popular. Yeah, I think I remember when I was playing it, it was like when it was at peak popularity. Yeah. uh uh we must buy the $100 to prove our dignity. Must pay for the Steam early access because we're not haters. We must be better men. Their knees are filthy and their mouth is sticky. And that's the last comment. That's okay. That's a favorite. Okay. Maybe I should take like screenshots of uh of like my favorites. This seems like a nice one. I don't know. No, I'll leave it. It's fine. Let me okay. Let me find out. There's so many like different there's like guilds already advertising. I saw one that was pretty funny. It was like cow no, I think it's on the second page. Uh uh maybe not. Maybe not. Greedy. If you want more testers, how about let people play free? You're charging $50 for this game? Wow. This is not even a AAA or a AA game. Greedy man greed. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you see the polar ones? Yes. Yeah. I saw I posted one in the one was like polar on top. Steam's probably a legit good place to try and advertise as a guild. Lots of eyes, also no moderation. Yeah. I did see some of the polar ones. There was some positive ones and some negative ones, and let's just see. This seems like this could be okay. Game on release is free with a $15 sub. Okay, so the game isn't free, it's a $15 sub, but whatever. Wait for launch, don't play the early access. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like once once the game hits Steam, there is gonna have to be like some momentum on developing shit very quickly. Because if things are stagnate very slowly, yeah, Bonnie, Lemon's here too. Hang on. Hmm, crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room with rats. I can't remember the rest. The rats would gnaw at me and drive me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. Something like that. Uh, uh, oh no. This game will never leave early access. Spoiler alert. Slash face. Uh, Bunny's just in my chat now. Drunk as fuck. What are you doing, Bunny? Having too much fun. This is my thought as well. Okay. Beta maybe. Where is this cash shop coming from? Like where is the I keep seeing like I can't believe it. I can't believe they would do this to us. They want to put a cash shop in a game that's not even finished? Where? Where is the cash shop? Can someone like is am I stupid? Have I just like not seen anything? Shop. Okay. Like okay, they're eventually gonna have one, like cosmetics and stuff. I know that much. But it's not right now, right? So I don't really understand. They're gonna add one soon? Okay. Well, okay. Soon? What does that mean? Yeah. Just like they said that is that if there's a lot of things that Intrepid has said were coming soon. And it's like where is that again? What happened to that? Whatever happened to what do they call them? The households, the house not freeholds? Freeholds? Freeholds coming soon. Phase 1. I remember when Phase 1 and it was like freeholds out now and they just like I don't know. What happened to those? They went back into the dev cycle. They got disabled, back into the dev cycle. Okay. They're not cooked yet. They don't do anything. If they do, it's bugged as hell. But yeah. Uh, Could be from Apocalypse. They had a cash shop, and that was drama. They had the packs to buy for a long time. That could be it. And they added cosmetics to the game recently, and that could be it. I don't know. Oh my god, I'm in shambles. They removed the sweat of your brow? They didn't. What the fuck? What the fuck? Ooh. Um, honestly, it wouldn't. I need more water. It wouldn't surprise me if they ended up just getting rid of like all of that sweatier brow, that intro quest in Lionhold, and they start just funneling all the tutorial stuff through the Destinies system, you know? Because that way they don't like they don't have to put an individual tutorial for like every single uh they reworked all the starting quests, no more free bag. Not the free bag. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, what was I saying? Okay. But the like with the Destiny system, they can just have a tutorial through that, and that's like a very self-paced tutorial where it's like, oh, but they still have to be like, hey, yo, check out this Destiny system. This is how you learn the game. If you want to just wander around and like, mess around with things, but it's like if you want to like actually progress, focus on these. This is your focus, right? And this is how you'll understand how to play the game. And then they have that, and then they just need to put everything they just need to put like the stuff you need for it in the starting areas. They don't need to like build up an individual like uh quest line for each starting area, right? And like this, and so the starting quests in those areas can just be like story quests instead of how to play the game quests. Does that make sense? Tutorial quests. How to play the game quests. Tutorial quests. Um, What is the price change of early access, and are there any other shop changes? Cosmetic items will also be available for purchase individually on both platforms from the Steam announcement news on website. Pretty sure they mentioned it somewhere else as well. Okay. uh, the idea of the Destiny quest sort of reminds me of the Black Spirit quest from Black Desert Online. Yeah, 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 totally. And I think that's good. I think that's good. I kind of like that because then you didn't like there wasn't like a, oh, you have to be in this area to do this thing. It's like you just have these milestones where it's like, oh, and if you do it, and sometimes you'll do it by accident just by playing the game. And I'd be fascinated to see uh like if they're tracking stats on like which destinies get completed first the most, just to like see what players are doing in like, you know just see like the data spread of like which is like the first destiny that everyone always gets, and it's probably like I don't know, it, I don't know, I don't even know what that. I haven't looked at them enough. Like uh, get your mount or whatever, something like that. Destiny quests are definite improvement from no prompting at all. Yeah, and I don't know how many starting areas did they say they wanted to put in. It feels like Because it feels like what there's it's just in one in the Riverlands, one in the Anvils right now. Anvils is like kind of reminds me of like when the desert came out. It was like, guys, look, new area. It's great. Look at this thing. Isn't it shiny? And it's just like packed with mobs. Okay. I love mobs. I do. That's great. Uh what else you got? And then it's like, well, there's some kind of nice POIs here and there, you know? There's some dungeons, like mini dungeons, pocket dungeons. Um, but yeah, apart from that, I can't really think of any originally 9, but that's counting Riverlands. Uh that's counting Riverlands, Stardust 2 with the split. Yeah. I think oh sorry. Sorry, Bonnie. I missed. I think they're neat. Yeah, the Destinies. Destiny quests. I think that's a good direction. Um I- and I think it's a good direction because it kind of fits better in with the whole like sandbox idea that they're going with, like this PvP sandbox. Like, okay, you jump in, um, and you can just like go in the direction you would like to go. And then you have these little like checklists, you know, well, not checklists, but it's like little milestones in just in the background. And then if you want to go and like learn the game, you just like follow those milestones, right? So, one thing I would compare it to is Minecraft, actually. Kind of similar. It's like similar in the way like you hop into Minecraft. There's no like NPCs or like guiding quest or anything. But if you're ever lost and you're like, I don't know what I should do now, you can always go back into your the like milestones, achievements, quests, whatever you call it, and then you're like, oh, okay. The next thing is to get an iron pickaxe. Like I'm imagining this is like, basic stuff, right? Basic. Like, oh, I chopped some trees down. I've got a wood axe and I've got a wood pickaxe. You know, pickaxe. Yeah. Um, you get a stone and it's like, okay, well, what's now? What now? Oh, there's an iron one. An iron one. Cool. Let's get that. Uh, Keyword being test since it's. Oh my God. Yeah. It it does sort of. Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be one of those things. Um, originally, and acting like there should be a split with. Yeah. I mean, most of the areas feel pretty like most of the areas, like the Riverlands, is pretty big. You could probably fit like two starting zones in there. Throw one like, what if you made the starting zones like, you know, uh, on like the borders of two zones, like the border between the Riverlands and the desert, or on the border between um the tropics and the Riverlands, and then tropics and anvils, and that way you can kind of see like two. This is just some wild. This is like nothing, but and then you can see like two different biomes. Oh, I want to go to that biome because I like the look of that one more. Um, but this is like way. We're still at the point where it's like, well, we got to put stuff in the biomes to make them interesting once you get there. So you don't want to like, yeah. Uh, 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 hope it works out. I'm not seeing what makes Ashes special here. I'm seeing another Star Citizen, Ship of Heroes, and Pantheon. Uh, why not all of them? Tropics, Dark, Desert, Anvil, Riverlands. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you would have like maybe like one in each biome, or one in each yeah, one in each like area. But now I think it's a mob level balancing problem. Uh, you bring up a good point. I was literally just about to say I haven't been in the June Dark since phase 2 2.5 2 when it came out, because all the mobs there are like they're like closing in on like level 30 and we're locked at like 25. So that whole area is just like crazy difficult, and it doesn't feel like there's a lot there, and it's really hard for. And there's nodes there. There is nodes there, and I don't know. Like, has anyone tried leveling those up? As feels like one of those like, well, we could, but what if it gets reset and all that effort? Because I know they were having issues in the anvils with the different like settlements getting reset, right? I keep saying nodes out of settlements. There's also sort of the question of, do they get the Eastern continent online? Like before the transition to UE5, we had another Divine Gateway and a decent chunk of the world. At this point, nah. Like the Eastern continent is that's a release thing. Okay, but let's just focus on one continent for now and getting that, you know. And then once you have one continent that's all like very nice and clean, then we can start thinking about putting in, another continent. Or like like the core systems are down and like actually solid. Um, yeah, yeah, definitely don't mean for yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I would like to see them maybe just have get to a point where the continent is done, like the continent that we have is done. So we know what the land mass is going to look like, and then they can start actually just like really solidifying how each of those land people feel. Um, because right now I don't know that it's like it's a big world, and if you're in the Riverlands, there's there's a lot to do, you know. Uh, when you're leveling up, there's plenty of stuff to do, but anywhere else, and it all feels like a not a plateau. It's not all flat, but just this zone of just mobs that goes on forever. Um, all the quests and whatnot over there just feel so abandoned. Yeah, yeah, like all the quests and stuff that are not in the Riverlands is like I don't know. They're like it's like the start of a quest, and they have no end. Like the end isn't even implemented yet. So it's sort of like, okay, like? What are we doing here? Uh is this just bugged and there's like something here for the rest of it, or it's just not implemented yet? Um yeah. I don't know. I could see like eh, I'm more concerned with like just getting the quests in and getting them functional, and then you can go and do like a passover and just sort of like tweak everything to make it like polished. Like we just need the questing game working. Like just someone to give the quest, make sure the quest is like tracked, make sure the quest can be completed, and then somewhere to hand in the quest. Which for the most part you kind of have, and like I feel like that's a pretty fair. And then like all the story stuff that you can put in next to it is yeah, it, yeah. Uh, like AO might have had as many quests as the Riverlands. Has if you only yeah, as if you only count narrative ones. Yeah, yeah. Um, I don't really think that. I don't really think that we're seeing that stuff anytime soon. Yeah, for me, like the good questing is really like That's more like cherry on top sort of stuff, where it's like having core systems that make just like playing the game fun. That's the most important part. So yeah. Let's go back. Go back. That did get my attention though. Greedy. Uh, a note to the dev, lol. Hopefully you remembered to upgrade your graphics and textures since you've been working on the game almost 20 years now. Not sure why it took so long. Anyway, welcome to the graveyard of MMO games, Steam. Get comfortable. Oh my god. Uh, oh my god. Can't wait to see this game end up on Nerdslayer's MMO Graveyard series or Kira's channel when Intrepid shuts the game down. Ah, hmm. When Intrepid shuts the game down and runs away with the cash, which, okay, yeah, all that cash that this game has made. Uh, yeah. Oh fuck. Oh, not like this. Mhm. Ran out of money? I've looked at other games on Steam early access, and AOC looks pretty good compared to MMOs. To the MMOs there to me. Yeah, like I think the main thing that AOC has going for it at the moment is like the combat at least feels fun. Uh, like it needs tweaking, but yeah, like every game's combat needs tweaking. But you're like, I feel like most people that play it now haven't given up on it because the like core combat is at least fun, you know? This fucking this game is gonna die so fast. This game's so incomplete. It's like it's alpha, you noob. Man, you never been so right. What exactly is the problem? More people would mean more work for the team for those good reviews. You people are impossible to satisfy. Game doesn't release, game takes too long, game is this and that. Yeah. Narc? Is that you? Uh man. Oh, it begins. It begins. It's not an alpha game. It's not an alpha. It is a game now that's in early access. So stop using it's an alpha as a defense. This is actually okay. This is like the worst part of coming out of alpha. Is now we're gonna have to shed the nice comfy blanket that is it's just an alpha. It's an alpha. It's still coming out. Okay, it's an alpha. Gonna have to take that nice comfy blanket off, like the one that Gladys wears. That nice comfy blanket. You take that off. We're out here in the cold now. Okay, there is no. Oh, it's just an alpha. Uh, but like it doesn't look too. It like it's not that bad for an early access. Not that bad. It could be way worse. People comparing it to like Pantheon, dude. I've seen gameplay videos. It's not the same thing. This is not the same thing at all. Kind of obvious they ran out of money. This is a desperate act. Game is good 4 years away from you being anything from even being anything resembling an actual product. And while I do yeah, it really still is an alpha though, and early access does say it's for alphas and betas. Yeah, I mean that might be in the that might be in the byline, but I guarantee you, all the zingers are gonna be like, it's not early access anymore. I mean, it's not alpha anymore. It's early access. You know, idiot, dummy. It's gonna be all that, and I'm just preparing myself for it. Um, oh, here's some hope. Doubt the game is gonna die so fast, as you say. So fast, as you say. People are desperate for something, anything, and they're capitalizing on that. But it will be almost certainly a mess. Game has been in development since December 2015. That's 10 years, is still in alpha. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Sink, are you still here? Let that sink in. Wait, where's my... I don't have a... Hang on. That's let that sink in. uh, I sort of think it would have been nice for Pantheon and AOC devs to have worked together starting years ago. A bit late for that now. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. By the way, Games Alpha should not be in early access. Early access was never meant for that. It was never meant for that. I do agree with you. I'm believing they ran or are running out of money. Yeah. Yeah. Asses of cremation. I like that. That's kind of funny. uh, what's crazy is these guys watched the stream, then came here and started trolling as soon as the announcement came out. It was on Steam. They're clearly pouring a ton of time and energy into the product they don't like. So were you banned? Did you get PK'd? Who hurt you? That's pretty true, actually. Well, like all the people. What happened? Okay. Okay. uh, bro, wait, what was that last one? Bro's playing PAX Day right now and is worried Ashes is incomplete. uh, it's obvious they ran out of money. It's exactly why they think releasing on Steam is their best shot. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like okay, so with the way with the way that phase 3 went, um or how it's going, I guess. You're like they either had two options because the player base died, right? Because everyone was expecting a fresh start. Um, so they either had to, you know, eat the crow and come out and be like, hey, look, phase 3 wasn't that successful. So we're gonna have to like restart it. Restart this time, and then that throws a lot of doubt into the next phase of being like, okay, so is this phase actually ready, or are we just like all playing this for nothing? Uh, which is why I like where PTR is at the moment, where it's like PTR is kind of always up, but they have like every day they're coming in and being like, yo, this is what we want you to focus on. Like, help us focus on these things specifically, right? Um, uh, yeah. Fuck. What was it saying? I just lost my train of thought. God damn it. That happens a lot. Ah. I just like start reading something and then I lose my train of thought. Um, right, right. So the player base of phase 3, PTR probably drew too much attention away from production. Maybe, but I guess that's like the whole point. I don't know. See, it feels like PTR is like the whole point. PTR is like the actual testing, whereas the live server is the server we keep up for the people who are trying to play the game, you know? And there is an argument to be made that both of like having both of those is good, in terms of like seeing how things work on like a long-term scale, and then seeing how things work on like a short-term, like, just testing like the core mechanics directly. Like, oh, there's no grinding, there's no nothing. It's like jump in the PTR, do the stuff you need to do, and give us that sweet, sweet data. That sweet, sweet data. And then your live is just like, oh, this just runs. You can play it whenever you like. I think it's making it easier that the PTR is up. Like I've found it a lot easier. Because one of the issues that I had was that they would do their PTR tests during a certain time window, and it was always like, oh, it opens at 3 a.m. and then closes at 9 a.m. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, I'm usually asleep during those hours, so uh, at least for me, right? But for them, it was time zones, time zone magic. Um, but yeah, but now they sort of just have the PTR open the whole time, and it's kind of working out because I can jump on and I can still see like their Discord, announcements being like, "Hey, this is what we want to test," and then I can jump in the PTR and I can do my testing as well, and I can like run in there and be like, "Oh, cool." This forum is slowly convincing me that MMORPGs just need to die off and the community spread into the wind. Here I thought the AOC community liked the game and wanted it to succeed. Like, why else would anyone, after seeing this reaction, why else would anyone, blah, why would anyone else, after seeing this reaction, want to get involved with making MMOs? One of the most ungrateful communities in all of gaming. Watch them Watch them all tear down first gen games, then their replacements, then the indie remakes of the first gen games they claim to love. Also, who cares if ASC needs more money? It's not cheap to make these games, and the point is to make money. It's a company. Just cancel it, and we can move on to other game types. Maybe I've been seeing a lot of this where it's like, maybe, dude, maybe MMOs are just a game type, like a game genre of the past. You know, uh, back when information wasn't so readily available, so uh min maxing was a little more like it took more effort, you know. But there's like literally third party, like I could go on find what I could go into Codex. They have like a functioning map that basically tells me where everything is. Obviously it's not very, it's not super accurate. Sometimes it's off. But it's still, Codex is an alpha. An alpha. It's an alpha. It's an alpha. It's an alpha. um, Lemon, are you heading off? Is that good night? Good night, Lemon. Uh, there are probably some more balanced MMO. MMO players are killing MMO's threats on MMORPG today than the discussion tied to Ashes. Yeah, yeah. It's like one of these like, ah. All right, I'll catch you later. I'll see you in the Wordle channel. If anyone here enjoys Wordle, jump in my Discord. I have a Wordle channel, and we all do it. Okay, we all do it daily. Like the only thing my I have the Discord, and it's like the only thing the Discord gets used for. But you know what? We do it. We're keeping our brains strong up in here. Also, thank you Sabanero Sabanero for the follow. Appreciate it. Is there an easy link to your Discord? Oh my god. Did I do it? Oh my god. Yeah, that's it, I think. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, click that link. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then once you're in there, you just have to like accept the rules. And then which is like standard stuff for most Discords, right? And then, go and do the Wordle. Do the Wordle. This is what we're doing. Heck yeah. streamer warning me of ads is like the best thing ever. uh, okay. Okay, what am I doing? With the way people bitch about MMOs, it's no wonder I would rather play games like Valheim with a small group of people on a dedicated server with like 10 to 30 people. Yeah, yeah. It's getting I don't know. I feel like there is like a sweet spot where it's like games like Valheim and I was gonna say like Minecraft. Minecraft servers can be pretty huge, but there is like a sweet spot where it's like, oh, if you can get up to like if you can have space for like, I don't know, like 50 to 100 players, and it's like that's kind of like enough to make the world feel alive, and you're like in the same time zone and play at the same time. Enshrouded, yeah, that's another one too. Um, yeah, yeah. Well, because what? Yeah, I was playing Valheim over uh on Esoderic's yeah, like Esoderic's server. That was pretty fun for a while. It got crazy with the mods though. That's all I'm gonna say. It got crazy with the mods, but it was very fun for a little bit. It was pretty good. But I think everyone, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, God, that, yeah. I remember no damage. I know. I was like trying to remember. I didn't want to say it, but I was like, is that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it's no damage. Yeah. Um, Saba, you're running a quest right now? Hang on, I didn't wait. There I can't believe oh, look at that. Amazing. I totally forgot I set up the Discord link. So, yeah. Um yeah, we got Wordle going. It's pretty good. We're getting another one going and apparently an enshrouded one as well. Hell yeah. I mean, maybe I'll jump into that at some point. Feels like I don't have I mean, I don't have a lot of time right now, but um yeah. Basically it's just playing PTR and then waiting for Steam launch, I guess. Um, so you're telling me, wait, what is this? Oh, not sure on time, but U.S. community leads there been talk, but us community leads been talking about it. Me reading that message is like, yep, name checks out. uh, uh, You're telling me that a game that is like 15% complete is going to do well with the Steam audience? An MMO that has a very unfriendly beginner experience. An MMO that barely has any quests after level 10. Did you test the game? Did you realize how punishing the grind is? And that was for people who knew what they were getting into, a grind, which is made worse with glitches and buggy areas that result in death and EXP loss. Or maybe you want to talk about crafting. Tell us about those drop rates. Or maybe the oh my god, man's going hard. Or maybe explain the corruption system, which allows other players to avoid punishment for ganking on solo new players. Go on, tell me why the average casual Steam player is going to enjoy this game enough to leave a positive review. Actually, yeah, that's kind of just outlined all of it, didn't he? Anyway, let's back out of this one. Uh, aren't all of us? I took a break. Ash has been playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Hell yeah, Horizon. Yeah. I love the I don't know. I don't know what you would call it, like the story aesthetic for that game. It's like the like techno tribal sort of thing. Kind of sick. I will tell you why. Ark Survival Evolved got a positive review when it launched, despite invisible creatures killing players and people being able to log out, log in, and ruin all your progression. Ah, yeah, right? So, yeah, the story's amazing. That's why I got it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Ark Survival Evolved is like your other, um, like other survival games. Hard to explain though, were through words because it would have to be really long. Like, like that is in PvE, not PvP. Yeah, I think I get the gist where it's like, okay, it released with game-breaking bugs, but it still managed to get some positive reviews. Hopefully, like in PvP, people would kill you from under the map. AOC Defs has a chance. Oh god, ads are about to start. Bye. For anyone not subbed and anyone without ad block, ads have begun. Um, wait, or did I snooze them? Wait, what happened? Okay, never mind. Um, but yeah, I think I understand. Arc got too toxic. PvP survival game getting toxic? No, couldn't be. My strat is to listen to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Oh, man's a gamer. I watch the ads for you. Gotta let you get that cash money. Yeah, yeah. I feel like I just have the ads on in the way that it turns off the intro, the pre-rolls. That's what they call it. But aside from that, I appreciate it. Getting that cash money, getting paid. Look, I got dollar bills right here. Don't ask why it's US dollars. Um, network wide ad blocker, so I'm good. Hell yeah. Uh, great strat. Ads have not shown up. Yeah. I don't. Oh wait, I think that's it. I think they're starting now. But yeah. Good time. Good timing. Let's see. Ooh, this looks kind of fun. The Ashes cultists doing damage control in here are hilarious. Oh god. Oh no. Uh, Twitch Turbo is Biss method. Now that's someone knows what they're talking about. Will this Alpha 2 remain open forever? No. It's gonna leave Alpha 2 pretty soon, actually. I mean, it's still in. I think it's still technically Alpha, but you know, it's gonna be shedding the Alpha name and merging as a beautiful, beautiful cocoon of an early access. You know? Wait, I think I fucked up the metaphor. Yeah, it's gonna it's yeah, it's still an alpha, but it's not really an alpha. But yeah, new DPS changes, health changes, drop tables, and the new player experience have been pretty awesome the last few days of PTR testing. Hell yeah. I'm sure we're in beta on reset. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like testing all the harbinger stuff has been pretty how do you say that word? Why do they have to pick hard words? Stop. Stop it. Okay. Pick eat harbinger. But yeah, the harbinger stuff has been pretty fun actually. It's kind of cool. It's like this area, like corrupted area that you can run into. It's PvP enabled. And it's like mods took live feedback for almost an hour afterwards in Discord as well. That sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. Hard words suck when when you're illiterate and dyslexic. Yeah. I bet. I bet. That yeah. That's pretty cool though. The fact that they're just like, hopping in Discord and they're like, "Yo, all right. You all had time to play the game. How did it go? How did it go?" Um, or I can already tell this is a juicy toxic thread. Um, the balance passes have really changed the early game. Also, dynamic gridding is working. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Is dynamic gridding? Yeah, it's like finally working. That makes me happy, at least, right? Sorry about my bad spelling. You know what? It's okay. You got all the spelling and the name right, and that lets me know that it's okay. I can kind of understand it, you know. um, I'll be right back. I just need to grab some water. Just give me like 2 seconds. I swear, like 2 seconds. All right. Okay, I'm back. Um, Me as someone who has only played AOC 33 days, and about 300 hours, I can tell you it's a lot better. I've been DJing gaming, and I truly don't see why the game gets all the hate it does. The fact that they fixed dynamic grinding, dynamic gridding, is amazing. The overall smoothness of the game is so much better. Crazy. No damage. I literally just had someone in here like complaining about how their performance has never been worse, basically. So it's like all over like everything I'm hearing is like it's like all over the place. Where it's like, oh, actually, the lag is basically gone. I'm playing on ultra graphics as well with FSR enabled. Um, but I was on the side where it's like, yeah, I feel like my performance has been better recently, actually. Um, Same. GPU is older as well, so it runs much better. I played my first 20 blind and didn't look anything up. Made the game really scary, challenging, and so fun as a solo. Oh my god, that takes me back to like phase one, playing just like playing phase one and just not knowing anything and just going in so blind. Oh, I miss it. I kind of miss it. No, they just need to tune their settings to the PC. Yeah, I heard the problem is with performance is improve. Oh wait, the problem with performance is improved for new GPUs but hurt for old ones. Ah, I see. That would make sense because I did kind of upgrade my graphics card in response to you know playing hours of Ashes and then just being like, you know what, screw this. I'm getting a new graphics card, and you know what, didn't really help that much initially. So I'm like, oh, okay, so it really is just the game. Yeah, full blind. Purposely didn't look at guides, wiki, or codex. No Twitch chat help either. Yeah, yeah. That was for phase two. I'm still running a 2080 Ti. That's crazy. Uh, I think I had like a 2080. I think I had a 2070. And then I upgraded to a 5070. So big upgrades. But my computer's also like pretty old. So like 5 years old at this point. So there was some things I had to do to make it work. Also, Whetstone, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You're running on a 9070. Those exist. Anyway, I haven't got that much money. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing. I think I got to upgrade my motherboard next, and I think my CPU's fine, but kind of it's kind of like one of those things. It's one of those things where once you're like, oh, I need to upgrade my motherboard, it's like you just start looking at like, well, you might as well start like new from there, right? So I don't know. I have a brand new computer. I just got it. It was 4K. Kind of went big spender. I mean, I feel like it sounds like a lot, but it's like, oh, that PC is gonna last you like, you know, 5, 10 years, because it's kind of getting to that point where like the tech is sort of like plateauing out, right? Like, oh, yeah, I mean, you can squeeze like, a little bit extra out of it, but uh, that's on my motherboard. Hell yeah. Okay, anyway, this has turned into a PC talk, which is totally fine. But also, um, I want to keep reading my toxicity. It's not that. It's just normal people don't even know ashes exist. Only cultists and lurkers like us know about it right now. Facts. Even with my even with my friends that like even with my gamer friends who like they're like in the realm. It's not just like normies I'm talking about. I'll like mention ashes to them and they're like, "What's that?" And that's when I'm like, "Oh my god, am I in a cult? Is that what's happening right now?" Like gamer friends don't even know about this game? Crazy. Um should last me forever at this point. The tech should last until I burn it up. Yeah. Love to see a game use 99% of the card though. Yeah, yeah. When you start seeing like the when you start seeing percentages in like the high 90s, you're like, "Oh, that me or is that we are a cult, the cult of Steven." As someone who played OSRS my entire life, basically I'm shocked I didn't know about AOC either. Oh, earlier. Yeah, right. Like I kind of heard about this through. I mean, I think a lot of people heard about it through Lazy Peon. What has he done to us? Lazy Peon, Kira as well. Like I've watched a few of his videos. I enjoyed them. Um, I'm waiting for Ashes for more. I've been waiting for Ashes for more than 10 years. Played the first alpha, but I've been away from it for more. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting to come back after like a year during like I feel like this would have been like this year probably would have been the most intense like development year, right? So coming back after like a year and even like looking back at some of the like phase one footage that I have and I'm like, "Oh yeah, it was really bad back then." But now it's like really it's hard to look at how far we've come when you're like constantly in the middle of it, you know? Uh I'm not terrible. not terribly. Wait, I'm not. I'm not terribly seriously. I'm considering just making an actual AOC cult. Uh, our great Lord Steven saves us from bad MMOs. That's right. Praise be to Steven. Save us from this graveyard of MMOs. Please, I beg. Uh, crazy though. Crazy. That's one thing that does. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I could go on about that. I could just go in circles about that because that's one thing that gets me all the time. Is talking to my IRL like gamer friends, and then and they just have not even heard of Ashes, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm in deep. Uh-oh. Uh, uh, Amazon Studios gone wow went bad. Yeah, yeah. Uh, oh, look at this. I've been waiting for 7 years for Steven. This person's banned as well. Nice. I like that. That means they've just been trolling the forums, just fucking tearing shit up. Been waiting for 7 years for Stephen Sharif to be held accountable for mismanaging the project into the ground. He sacrificed what little control over the narrative he had for a desperate infusion of cash to save the failing business. The reviews will be glorious. The reviews will be glorious. I also can't wait. It's gonna be exciting. Uh, oh my god, I missed a lot. I remember the animations were terrible. Even to walk the character was not good. Today it is looking a lot better. Uh, yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, like even at, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So like before when you were playing the alpha before. Um, it's partially that Intrepid hasn't done advertising. That's true. That's true. I mean that they're kind of doing that now, so maybe I will hear more. Like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. Like before, like I wasn't even hearing like when I'd bring it up, I'd be like, oh yeah, you know, they'd be like, what have you been playing? And I'm like, I know nobody really knows about it, so I'm like, oh this game, stupid. It's this stupid game. It's called Ashes of Creation. You heard of it? They'd be like, no, actually I haven't. And like, and they're like in the scene, in the gaming scene, bigger nerds than me. And I'm like, okay, that's bad sign. But hopefully, like people will have heard about it now. I don't know. TBH, I wish the Ashes launcher. Uh oh. The Ashes launcher had an hours played on it for my account because I'm interested. I'm interested, but I'm also not interested. Whenever I see numbers like that, and I'm like, okay, how long have I spent playing this game? Oh, interesting. To be banned already means that they are going in. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm like, is it just banned from like this, like just this community page? Oh my god. um, uh, yeah, is it just banned from like this community or is it from Steam community discussions? Um, I'm gonna assume it's from like it's a blanket ban, right? Steam Early Access, I think is the first time I'd seriously invite real life friends to play. Yeah, yeah, actually, I don't know if I'd invite people to play just yet. We're still at a point where it's like, if someone came to me and was like, "Hey, I heard you were playing this game. Are you playing? Let's play together." I'd be like, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." But I wouldn't like, I wouldn't be out there inviting people to yet. I'd be like, "Oh, you should play this game. It's sick. We're gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be great." I mean, there is plenty of fun to had if you're playing with friends, but I feel like it's one of those like, oh, watching paint dry is fun with friends. One of those things. Um, where like you make the fun yourself. Uh, I'd love to see the hours played. Also, scary number. Yeah, yeah. So is Polo coming back? I miss having a guild that was worth the time competing against. Yeah, Polo's coming back, dude. Polo's coming back. There's schemes being hatched, plans being made. Um, but yeah, Polo's gonna be back. And from what I've seen, there's also a lot of scoping out of like other guilds that are from other MMOs that are finally like, oh, okay, we'll jump in now because they didn't want to like do the testing or like most of the testing stuff. So yeah. uh, well, for people who like the kind of game. Oh yeah, yeah. Not inviting like board game. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't invite my board game friends. Uh, hey, so as an Aussie, what made you go for Polar over an Aussie guild? I think honestly, it's kind of just a right place, right time sort of thing. Is there even an Aussie guild in Ashes? Yeah, dude. Isn't like EBC, yeah, EBC Wolves, or EBC is like a huge Aussie guild. And then you've got there is other Aussie guilds. I don't know. I just know EBC is one of them. Um, I think, but the thing that made me want to go for Polar is the main thing was just like the amount of like experience and like the systems they already have in place from being like operating in other MMOs, bringing that over to Ashes, and it just like kind of working, you know. Um, whereas there was like two guilds that I was in before, and they were sort of like starting as Ashes guilds, and so there was a lot of like figuring things out, power plays, personality traits that didn't really work in like management roles. Um, and uh, also my current like job schedule is very like backwards. So like I don't work during the day, but I work during the night. So it's like it kind of works out where it's like, oh, I can play during the day, which is when there's a lot of US people playing or NA players on and playing. Then at night when OCE people are playing, I'm at work. So, it kind of just yeah. Uh I had no idea. I don't really see EBC. They were on, like I saw them around, but I think they sort of it's rough because it's like the end of phase 3, everyone kind of dwindled out a little bit. But yeah. Um but yeah, Polar does have like mm, there's like a few Australians. There's a few Australians in there, but it's hard to recommend. Um like if you're looking for a guild that is like serious and like is like almost takes it like a second job, yes, join Polar. You will have so much fun. If you enjoy PvP, you're looking for a guild that is like, okay, we have to like min max, get to 25, then we run around PvPing the shit out of just anyone we can. And it's like all very organized and like, you know, um, the guild leader is a bit of a slave driver, but like that's kind of what you need to make it work. So, uh, yeah. Esoterium still working that out. Yeah. Uh, I mean, it's kind of rough because Iso's like doing, or Esoteric, uh, is like streaming as his main thing, and then like he's building the guild around his stream, and that's sort of different to just streaming separately and then having a guild, you know? So there's sort of like this how do I like his stream is like the center tent pole of the of the circus tent. Didn't mean to compare it to a circus, but here we are. But it's like that central pole, right? And so if he's not streaming, then you know, I don't know if it seems like to me if he's not streaming, then he's just streaming community lead now. Yeah, yeah. Um, then like your population or your player count goes down because it's like, oh, the guild leader's not, he's not streaming. I'll come on when he's streaming, and then we can all do stuff together on stream. It'll be fun. Um, he stepped away as guild lead. He's just yeah, just streaming community. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I've been seeing what he was doing with was someone like Warhead and someone else. They've been really using that like the Twitch collab feature. That's pretty cool, you know. So yeah. Yeah, so he's operating as as the face to bring in more people. Hell yeah. All right. Uh okay, here's an interesting one. I think the devs make a genuine effort to make a good game, but it is clear they can't handle the planned scope as they are now. This coming to Steam is probably an act of desperation to further fund the project, but as an Alpha 2 backer, I have to warn people, this here now is a bare bones experience that needs many years to be turned into any sort of actual product. Any sort of actual product. Don't advise anyone to spend money in this state unless you're really thirsting for like literally anything, really. Yeah, yeah. See, oh, Jay Donor, thank you for following. Appreciate it. I love that gif. This the fucking. Oh my god. Um. Uh. Yeah. Yeah. The two big OCE guilds are Amnesty. Yeah, Amnesty. That was the second one, and EBC in terms of numbers. But you have guilds like Anvil that are more hardcore. Ah, yeah, yeah, and Project Anvil. Yeah, Amnesty, EBC, Project Anvil, all like pretty big. Like I've seen them around, and like it seems like they have a lot of players, enough to contest. Now that it's coming to Steam, Down Under might come to wait. Now it's coming to Steam. Down Under might come to Ashes now, which is good. I know a lot of the guys in that guild. Yeah, yeah. Um. Oh my god, wait, hold on. Jay Dono. Let me double check this. Oh, with that was my 300th follower. Thank you. Let me. Ha ha. Hell yeah. Look. Daystrider's in the chat. Okay. Hopefully that works. I know. Whatever. Okay. Jay Dono, my 300th follower. That's huge. Big uppies. Big dopamine uppies. Okay. Uh. Hell yeah. Uh. um. This is actually like this is like 100% comment. It's like, yeah, it's like it seems like they have a genuine effort to make the game. Scope got way out of control. It's way too big for them now. Uh, and now they're like, I don't know. Yeah, it's getting desperate. Getting desperate. Hell yeah. Uh, the problem isn't even that if they wanted money, just say we need money instead of all this uh guessing and bullshit. But what faith they had was destroyed and gone with the wind, and the Steam release will just end it. It's probably the first step before eventually releasing the game on Steam in whatever state it's in, so they don't get sued to hell and back. Lol. Anyway, other than that, it's the fact that they ignored all the feedback they got and kept remaking stuff worse. They just don't want to make a good fun game. They're building a game not for everyone, as they say, but not for everyone, as they say, but not for anyone. Um. Uh. uh um. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It could go either way. I, it could go either way. I don't know. It feels like it drops on Steam. The bad reviews hit. It's gonna happen. Like it's already happening. Like you just read the like this everything you're seeing in this like community discussions tab. This is just gonna be in the reviews section. As soon as the opportunity becomes available, right? Because people are just going to buy the game, do the reviews, which is which sucks, and it's going to be rough to get through. But you know, eh, be fine. It'll be fine. Uh, it something that gets brought up here is kind of interesting. The fact that they've reworked systems like a couple of times in ways that didn't make them better, which is it's crazy to me. Like people were complaining about how some of the systems don't feel good, and then they just like were like, all right, well we'll remake it entirely, and the thing they remade was worse, and I was like, oh shit, okay, well, do now. What if we remake it again? I more lean into that what they want to do isn't easy to implement, and it takes a lot more to happen than the people realize. Dynamic gridding is just a bitch to work on in general, let alone in a game engine that doesn't support it natively. True. But like, which game engine would support it natively? I don't think any, right? That's the whole point. They're like developing it. Then once they have it, they could sell it. Hopefully. Um. Yeah, I think I talked about that. It's just I don't know. It's yeah. Maybe it feels like maybe they're getting a little too lost in the weeds of uh like, oh, it's PVX, it's supposed to be PVE, PvP, but they're getting a little lost in like the noise of everyone giving their opinions all at once, but it's like not really knowing uh not really knowing what direction those actions are going to go in, you know. I don't think the bad reviews will hurt them long term. If the game's good on full release, people won't care about bad reviews or how long it took. Only if it's fun to play. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. It'll it it all comes down to like how it releases, how it like fully like, okay, this is the release, this is the release. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Part of it is Godot and Game Maker support it. Okay. Godot and Game Maker. Are they? Yeah, but those are. Can you? I mean, I've heard of those, but can you make like MMOs on those? Are they like? I mean, I'm sure you can, but everything I've seen on them has been like smaller, like single player games. So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I agree. Uh, the like Uh, uh, yeah, the bad reviews, I think it'll pass. Everyone will be like, "See, we told you. We told you it was gonna get review bombed." Like, yeah, dude. Yeah. Lots of red flags on this one. Always wise to be informed. Welcome to the day before, only worse, because unlike that game, everyone's drinking the Kool-Aid. I wish I could be wrong for once, but this is going to be historic. Haha, failure incoming. What the fuck? Did he just compare this to the day before? What the fuck? That's actually... Oh my god. That makes me want to throw up. Dude, the day before was like an actual scam, wasn't it? Like it released and it was like everything that they said was going to be in the game wasn't there, and like the game came out in a state that it was the meme was is like, oh, they made the game the day before, you know? Yeah, right? It's like this game is like in open development. What is the meaning of life? The meaning of life, it's to play Ashes, uh, and to praise Steven. That's the meaning of life right now. The day before was an asset flip. Yeah, yeah. Like I can't believe this. Like invalidates this. Just bringing up the day before is like, what, bro? Uh, no, it's not the same thing. What the fuck? Quinfall is more of a real game than this. What the fuck? I had high hopes for it as a uh division like. Oh yeah, yeah. Division like, but zombies. Yeah, yeah. I think that's like what a lot of people were hoping for, right? Um. Uh. The only thing, what annoys me actually, the one thing that I wish we still had was the fact that if you made a dwarf character and you zoomed all the way in, the camera was still above the head, and so you could get these nice clean shots without your character in them. And now they fixed the camera so it's on the head. So when you zoom all the way in, you see the back of the head, and it's like, fuck, you just ruined it. You just ruined like my ability to create content, in like an interesting way. Um, so fuck. Thanks, I guess. I don't know. I need a way to like make my character model invisible to me, and like how does that fit? Like I don't know. Yeah, that's my main complaint right now. Uh, Apart from that, it's all good. Still waiting for a good zombie MMORPG game. Yeah. Uh, mm, yeah. I mean, is there a way to like play as a zombie? That's the thing is like for a good MMORPG is like you have your factions is like humanity and like the zombies, and then you can choose to play as a zombie. That'd be kind of sick, right? And then it's like then you have your PvP in there. Anyway. Anyway, I'm in like the cope realm about games that are like barely even related to Ashes. Let me uh uh everyone loved this game until YouTubers said it was bad while it was in the alpha. I bet 99% of them never even touched it. Yeah, that's the thing is I feel like a lot of the people in here probably haven't even played the game. They're just watching like YouTubers that have complained about it. Which is, I don't know, I guess it's fair. Like it's not like it's all been under NDA. So there's plenty of footage out there of what it looks like. Um uh Like legit, make a Walking Dead MMO where you have different factions like Terminus and the Whisperers. Yeah, dude. Ah, ah. They lost it. They should have made it when Walking Dead was at its peak, but it's over now. Well, it's not over. They're still making plenty of spin-offs, but I don't know. I haven't watched those, and I haven't seen a lot about them. That's what happens with games like this. They sift out all the people who genuinely want to support a good game, and entitle all the people who blindly agree with whatever the devs do, and in exchange they get the idea that their say makes a difference. Yeah, I mean, like I'm under no illusion that just because I bought in as like an alpha supporter that like you know they're gonna do what I say. Be like, oh, but like I can put in my recommendations. Be like, yo, this thing played it for a bit, doesn't feel great. You're a dev, fix it. Make it feel better. I don't know. Make it better. No, if someone makes it, we will play if it is good. Yeah. I mean that's if you make it, they will come. No. Not in the fun way. Uh I agree with most of your it is kind of crazy to me seeing like people complain. Okay, $100 to me is not a lot. 250 is a lot. 500, yeah, that's a lot for a game. But like when I bought in for phase one, it was like $120. Maybe maybe I got that privilege going. But $120 is like, and it's like I've been following this game for a while. So I was waiting for like the right time to buy in. Um and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. To me it's like, oh, if you can't afford I don't this might sound really bad, but it's like if you can't afford like $100 for a game, probably need to be working on that instead, you know? Especially in this economy. I mean, no, in this economy, it's yeah, getting your money's worth for the game. But the difference is like this isn't a game that is like it's being developed, and for me, half the fun is half of the enjoyment is going to be like being able to look back at how much it has changed since we started playing. Holy fuck, that's a flashbang. This is the true experience right here. I keep looking at the wallpapers. I stumbled on ISO at the start of phase 2, and I was like, "This looks good," and went and bought it. Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean I've been following it for like a couple years, and I was just sort of waiting for them to drop the alpha too. Um, that's yeah when I got in, but uh, I don't know, $100, and that's 100 USD, so that's like okay, like 100 and be like 140, 150 now. That's kind of a lot for an alpha. I'll give you that. um, I agree with most of your text. Okay, this is so it's replying to the it's built from start to finish to be anti-player and anti-fun. The devs don't listen to feedback whatsoever. In fact, the guy responsible came for the game came out and said, "We don't want feedback. We want complaining." Okay. Uh, we don't want feedback, we want complaining. This was specifically stated for the alpha testing phase, and I don't see anything wrong with that. In early testing, you need raw stress test data on what fails most, not gentle suggestions. So many systems got reworked. It's actually a good sign. I hope they continue reworking things until they have a solid system that truly works. Yeah. I think I can't complain with it. I'm happy with what I paid for it. I got my money's worth and made some friends. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, um, yeah. I feel like, um, yeah, I don't know. If you were, yeah, it's hard to say. And my bias is there because it's like, well, I kind of decided before I started playing. I was like, okay, this is it. This is like gonna be the MMO that I die playing. Um, so if this dies, then I'm checked out of MMOs forever. I ain't got the time. Um, what's it's been about? It's been about 12 months, and it was worth it for me, right? I feel like I've gotten so much content, and I've played so much. I've had so much good times with like friends and stuff. Um, Even moving through like a couple different guilds has been, an experience. And oh yeah, yeah, I feel like it's been worth it. Uh, mm, yeah, yeah, I think it's going fine. Hell, even though you're in Polar, you made some friends in Esoterium. Yeah, right. Well, I think that's because like I don't know. I feel like you know, uh if I wasn't in Polar, I feel like I could fit pretty well into like pretty much any guild. Um, I just like I enjoy Polar the most. At least just because they have a lot of structure. You know, there's a lot of people that put in a lot of effort to make things pretty seamless. From like organizing statics to doing world bosses to like leveling up the guild. You know, makes it pretty easy for me to jump in, feel like I'm getting my money's worth. My money's worth. Like feel like I'm, you know, got my time. I got my good times. It makes it easy because people know what the fuck they're doing. Hmm. An MMO isn't even worth considering without controversy. We don't want feedback. We want complaining. Is exactly what someone who knows how to build an MMO would say. If they want their feedback, they'll come to you. I've had it happen. I go way back. I go way back, kid. I have enough sense to know when an MMO might be worth my time. It's been decades now. The time may be finally approaching. Wish listed. Thanks for the tears. What the fuck? Bro, what? An MMO isn't even worth considering without controversy. It's pretty good. uh, God. Okay. Um. Yeah. I just had to pause and eat a cookie. I'm sorry. I am interested in the structure of polo. Yeah. It's it's pretty chill. But I think the main thing is just knowing that like um like this is a pretty standard thing, but like even before you start, having like your statics that you're in, even before you start on like a fresh start, having those statics you're in, knowing like, okay, we're all gonna be waking up at this time at this point, and then so there's no like waiting around for random guildies and or like waiting around for pugs and stuff like that. It's just like, oh, we're leveling and we're going now, and we have the spot that we know that we're going, and you just like uh it's just like statics. It's just like it's like the 8-man that you play with, you know. It's like having a static 8-man party. 8-man. Yeah. Oh. Um Having that static 8-man like group of people that is like going to be online. So you're not just playing with like random guildies. It's like, oh, I'm playing with this group for like the next 2 weeks, basically. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. LMFAO, watching this crash and burn more than already did will be funny, especially with sad cultists like you. um, Yeah, mentally stable. Oh shit. Now we're getting into just like personal attacks. This is crazy. Mentally stable people spend their time on forums of products they're not interested in. You're the cultist child. This is literally my first post of interest on the game. You're so done in my presence. I like this guy. Demigod Chew I like this guy. Pre-made group to level with. Yeah, exactly. Um, Played since A1. Saw this game get worse day by day. They lie to people and treat that. Oh no. While sucking guild leaders who are literally cheating in their own alpha. They get feedback that they take zero from. Keep making whatever buggy systems are even worse. Miss me with your delusional garbage boy. Your owner is an element. Oh my god. Uh, Sold cancer curing juice. Huh? Oh, right. Okay. To okay, but I guess you're in your non-existent fantasies. Oh my god, this is crazy. Um, I did watch the all publicity is good publicity. Sure, sure. I think that's just what people say to cope, isn't it? All publicity is good publicity. Yeah, if people don't know about you. I mean, yeah, okay. People don't really know about Ashes, so you know, you know, actually, might be good. Might be good. um, his final message: "I drink your tears, scrub." I like that. I like that. That's one of my favorites. That's another favorite. Okay, that's good. I like that. Demigod Chew Toy. That's on my list of names. On my my comedian list of names. Who knows? We might have full servers and the world not feel empty half the time. I would hope so. I okay. What if what if the world feeling empty is just a result? It's like, you know how like uh every game sort of starts off with like the Wild West feeling and then it slowly closes into its like modern era, right? We were in the Wild West, but it was a very enclosed space. What if it's like we're already there, where it's like we're looking back and being like, oh, it used to feel so full. Why was that? Like maybe because it was just the Riverlands at the start and then slowly expanding out. It's like, oh, it still felt full, but not as full. And then now that we have like 4 or 5 different regions of people where like places where people can just hang out, now it feels empty. It's like, okay, uh, let's go back. Let's go back to when it was just the Riverlands. Maybe, maybe, or they have to like implement some way. I don't know. That's like they have to implement something that makes people cluster in certain areas, which is one of the reasons I like the localized the POI PvP zones. Like the small areas. I can go mining in the Riverlands and see no one depending on the time of day. I hate not being contested on resources. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is you can barely contest people on resources. What are you gonna do? CC them to stop them and then quickly try and steal it? Can't CC them anymore. What if you just kill them? Dude, you're gonna go corrupt, potentially losing gear th- for a single node that you can't even guarantee is like something good? Nah, you ain't. So, yeah, that's what happens. Nobody contests anything. It becomes a boring, like, nothing fest. Fuck yeah, I will. Okay. Yeah, okay. Next time we're in game and we see someone taking a node, just be like, okay, go steal that guy's node. Kill him for it. He won't stay. Maybe he won't stay on the node. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you can put enough damage down to the point where, I miss sleeping people. Yeah. Me too. Remember when people slept before Ashes released? Ah, that was good times. Good time. Yeah, no, yeah. Just a little joke there. um, what else we got? Okay. Oh, did this guy just post this somewhere else? No, okay. Oh, hey, if you're in EU and you're watching this, I know I got like, I don't know, 10 people. If you're in EU and you're watching this, don't forget, Save Cow, Eat Panda is recruiting. And if I was in EU, I would join them because look at that. Look at that. Imagine having that under your name. Oh, Save Cow, Eat Panda. Guild size, recruitment goals 120 at the moment. Okay. Like a tight guild. Oh, look, we got some rep in here. Polar on top. Polar on top. Look, I risen with the tism jokes go. Risen with the tism jokes go over my head sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Me too. Uh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Save cow, eat panda. Uh, there's no PvP in this game. You need to consent to PvP or get heavily penalized and punished. That is a huge thing. I'm gonna snooze the ads. Fuck the ads. 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes. Um. Uh. Like PvP is just so uh, going corrupt is just so heavily penalized. Like there needs to be, I feel like there needs to be some breathing room. Okay, like at least 1 or 2 kills before you start dropping gear, because otherwise it's just like nothing is ever worth dropping gear. There's like no scenario where it's like, oh, I'll kill this one dude, and then like, all the other stuff is fine. You know, just the dropping the gear. Okay, okay. What about something I was thinking about is like, okay, when you go corrupt, instead of dropping the gear, when you die, it gets like fully destroyed instantly, right? So you still have the gear on you, but you just lose all the stats from it when you come back. And so that way, like if you're constantly like going in and fighting people, you know what I also miss? Barcode, because they role played with caravans. Yeah, Barcode's still in. Barcode's like technically it was like Verdant and Aura, isn't it? So it's still in. Yo, Strixon put out a thing, right? Aura's back, baby. Aura's back. You'd have to make the XP stat dampening much worse if you wanted to offset no gear loss. Yeah, totally. Do it. Great. But I think and that would be like a temporary thing that you can work off, right? But now it feels like such a death sentence to like, kill someone, be corrupted, and then you lose that gear. And then, dude, like the amount of times that I have seen people go through like what is it, the 5 stages of grieving over like losing their gear, especially if it's an accident, is crazy. Okay, so like I don't know that like and I'm not saying like the gear dropping is like a bad thing, but I think bringing it back, like pulling it back, so it's like you have like 1 or 2 kills before you start dropping gear. It's like, oh, third kill, you're slaughtering people who aren't flagged up. Yeah, you're getting punished, bro. Like, you better be, different levels of corruption and lower levels of corruption make it so you don't lose gear, but at higher levels have it so you can drop gear and also make it so you can work it off. Yeah. I mean, they also have the blight system implemented, right? So it's like if you're constantly corrupting, then you just like instantly go to like a higher level of corruption, which is I feel like kind of makes sense. So it's like, oh, if you're just like if you're just like in that scenario with like every now and then, um, like if you're the kind of person that's just like in those rare scenarios, you're like getting like you just want to kill someone off really quick, uh, then it's kind of okay. But like if you're just constantly killing people, then yeah, you build up the corruption faster and you end up in that like scary part of like losing your gear faster. Um, White name, no corruption. Red name, gear 1, no gear loss. Black name, can lose gear. Yeah. Yeah, it needs to be much harder to have accident. That too, as well. Having it be so punishing, especially at the start, is really like uh bad, especially when we're in a testing environment and it's like, oh, you accidentally killed someone who wasn't flagged uh from some bug. Oh, you accidentally killed their mount or something. Uh, Now you're corrupt. Like, oh, cool. Or like, what was it? What was his name? It was someone. Maybe it was Seiko. I can't remember. But he like, oh fuck. Um, uh, he basically killed like a bunch of people, and it looked like they were flagged up, but they weren't flagged up. so he killed all of them. He killed like 5 people all at once, right? Uh, and he got corruption for it, and then he got killed, and then he lost like all of his gear. And it was like, oh, but it said they were PvP flagged, and so he was just forced PvP flagged, so he could attack them. And it was I don't know, there was some bug going on, and it basically almost made him quit game. And the point of that story is I wonder how many people that happened to, where it's like, oh, that was a unique one because he kind of slaughtered like a bunch of people. So to be fair, he would have got up there pretty quick, even though it was an accident, sort of. You know, not the killing people. The killing people was intentional, but the but yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Um, they call it PVX for player versus everything. Still moments in a sea of potential chaos when at its best. Many supporting systems, and the fun is still baking, cooking, and in the hopper. Really, just in chore, pending final forms based on overall vision. This is what is this? This is a weird comment. Um, yeah, I killed some dude's mount and lost 2 pieces of jewelry. Yeah, I miss the tropics being full of PvP. Yeah, right. What was I saying? Yeah, that's the one thing I like about those rotating like PvP zones is the fact that it sort of localizes all of the PvPers into one area. And there was kind of a point where, I got my I never like got decent gear, but I kind of got geared enough out that I would just chase those lawless PvP zones. And it's like, and I like that you can see how many people are in there. So it's like, oh, if there's 2 on the map, you look at the, you know, how many people are in there, and you're like, oh, there's 0 in this one, and there's 10 people in this one. I'm gonna go to the one with 10 people in it. But I remember seeing a video that, not a video, was it a video or a comment or something that was like complaining about the showing how many people were in there. Like, why would you do that? That's like, yeah. Um, the zones are good, but they need other areas that are always just PvP. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm hoping with the Harbinger stuff that's going to be popping up, that we've been testing on PTR, is that like those Harbinger areas are just fully corrupted areas that are full PvP, and you grind stuff there. You can grind mobs there. There's bosses as well. All the good stuff, and hopefully, PvP contesting as well. Oh. Um. Uh, the usual battle lines are drawn, but you PvEers aren't going to be very happy, according to some. Oh, oh. That's good. Those zones. Haven't been on PTR for it. Okay. Yeah, but those. So, yeah, the Harbinger areas are like full PvP enabled. Like you walk in, it's like a lawless zone basically. Um, but yeah, I do enjoy the localized lawless areas. Um, as just a way of like being able to find that, even though and it is kind of fun because it gives the opportunity for those scenarios where uh those like fun like ambush scenarios where like, oh, they're fighting some mobs, or they're fighting fuck. um, fighting mobs or fighting other players, and then you can kind of run in, and it gives that. But the thing I like about that is like those areas can still be accessed by people who don't want to do PvP, just not for like that hour or something. How long is it? It's like an hour, 2 hours or something, where those areas will stick around for. Look at this, a positive one. Hell yeah! Don't listen to the haters, even if it's in an alpha state. It's a lot of fun. The online haters are gonna whine and hate no matter what. The game is in alpha, and I'm still finding myself playing for hours every day. Play the game, find a guild, gear up, and have fun. Okay, this is written like it was written by friggin' uh best game ever after Star Citizen. Well, gear up, because this is literally what the game offers at the moment. Ashes has extremely grindy itemization. If this is something you like, that's fine. But if you think this is a decent sandbox MMO, stay away. Yeah. You'll be grinding for hundreds of hours before you get the item you want in quality you want. If you disregard this, you'll be absolutely irrelevant in group PvP/PvX content, as gear power is almost everything at the moment. I would have to disagree. I don't know. I feel like you can still be relevant in PvP, but play a bit smarter. I will be right back. All right. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. What else do we have here? Oh, look at this. Polar on top. Most excellent. Look at all these awards. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay. Another positive one? Hell yeah. Combat fun as fuck. WoW PvPers will love this one. Hey, a lot of negativity. This looks arguably this is arguably the best MMO you can play right now in 2025 and probably 2026. The seller is the combat. Reminds me of Guild Wars 2/Terra with the active blocking and dodging. Oh shit. I should probably wait. Okay. Now, hmm? I don't know that WoW PvP is the game that's ideal to try and pull from. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, like if the game is like that much. Um, oh, pizza. Oh, okay. Thank you. I just got a bowl. Oh, of noodles. Oh, nice. Um, yeah. Now compared to content like other MMOs such as ESO, WoW, Final Fantasy, etc., it's lacking. However, it knocks all those out the park with its combat. That's what I was saying before. No lie, I was quite surprised. Of course, this is an MMO, so it's not Devil May Cry levels, but it's definitely a fun, active experience. No pay to win since they're going for a subscription base, and they haven't steered too far from their vision like a New World. Still has open world PvP and full loot PvP in some conditions. I think a lot of people from the open PvP sector games, such as WoW, will still enjoy it. Also, the survival genre crowd looking for more time respectable experience might get hooked here as well. Uh, what an intro to a comment. Ashes of Creation combat is not comparable to any other MMO because it's on its own league of negativity. Oh my god. Yeah, go on. Twist a blade. AOC combat is massively unpolished, feels dull, unresponsive at times. If there is lag, you are screwed. What? I don't think so. I don't know. The combat feels very unpolished for a game that's been developed for a long. I don't know. I disagree. I think the like the best part of the game right now is the combat. Um, and that's like even playing as like an OCE player. I do have like small amounts of lag on this NA server. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's not that bad. So you don't need a group all the time. You can go solo PvP in the no, because people will zerg on you and kill you. The only way to PvP alone is yeah. See, I would never go out and like PvP solo. That's like crazy to me. Um, like you at least need like like at, at least like a 2 or 3 man. Um, you know, to cover your back at least while you're like you have cooldowns going. Uh, oh, we have a salty ranger here. Do a bunch of ranger abilities, still miss if you're a pixel above/below your target. Truly an amazing experience there. Hmm. Oh. Oh, okay, that's it. Yeah. Okay. It's probably fine to go out for solo PvP as its own playstyle. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but you definitely have to like build around it. Um, and you definitely have to be probably couldn't. Yeah, you'd have to be like geared as fuck. Yeah, build around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I know. I know. Uh, few questions for purchase decision. Is the game world only Player driven? If you take players from the game, and then will it be something from the world like events, mobs attacking cities, some dragon appear in ruins? Is the world living? So Sort of. Sort of. I mean, there's world bosses, but they don't really like that like living, evolving world um isn't there right now, right? But it's supposed to be. Yeah, look at this. Yes, there will be events in the future from with monsters in the future. Not right now though. In the future. But this Harbingers update that we're seeing, it's kind of reminiscent of that idea of like that living, changing world where uh at the moment it's just the zone, right? It's just this like corrupted zone. Yeah, it's there in parts. There is the only thing I can think of off the top of my head is literally that tunnel that goes under Oakenbane. And it only unlocks if Miraleth levels up. That's like one thing I can think of. I can't think of anything that would be in terms of like mobs spawning. Seasons changing, nodes getting built up and swapping out some mob spawns. Oh yeah. Like mob spawn, like some areas do change their mob spawn, like levels and stuff as the settlements, nodes, and settlements level up. So yeah. Is this EVE Online type game where your best way of play is to just go with party the moment you hit start game? Yes. Honestly, like, welcome back. Don't get to see it much because currently nodes spend so much time at one level. Yeah. I would say like the best way to play this game from the start, if you can, I mean, yeah, once you finish like your tutorial quest, best way to start is to like just try and find a party. Find people to party up with because everything will go a lot smoother from there. Which I kind of don't mind because it's like, oh, if you want to play solo, you could totally play solo, but it's gonna be rough. So having that like, oh, it's gonna be rough, and that pushes you into, well, I guess I'll party up. Great. It's an MMO. Let's all let's play together, you know? Waiting for the Necromancer gameplay. Me too, pal. Me too. What else do we got? Okay. It's a slow grind solo. Party's the best way to go. Yeah. Definitely. Isn't there a Oh, this is the one that got banned. Ew, not another forced / pre-made class MMO. Tired of this trope handcuffing players' creative agency and ultimately build diversity, immersion, and character identity. I long for open class / free class MMO. Games that respect their characters by giving them all the building blocks to make their characters and letting them be whatever they want. Build whatever class they like the way they want. We'll end up with most people playing the meta builds anyway. Will be more customization there once the subclasses come out. Yeah. I mean, for now, since we only have like the initial archetypes, right? Like the main archetypes. But once the secondary archetypes come in, then we should be okay, right? Hopefully. I'm I think maybe the one thing that concerns me the most is maybe just how much impact the secondary archetypes are gonna have on how a class feels different from its main archetype. Because everything I've seen is basically it's gone from like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like a completely different class to yeah, it's gonna like passively change some of the abilities in the background, you know? So the HP changes alone and the PTR have massively changed the meta. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing people take screenshots of like um what was it? Uh uh Grapply had like 50k HP just by equipping all the right gear on his tank. So yeah, 50k HP, which is, in my opinion, pretty broken. Pretty broken. I've had 10k HP on my cleric, and I can't be killed with infinite mana. Yeah, it feels like if you're playing a cleric, uh, it, I mean, it makes sense. It's pretty hard to die uh, once you get over that like 10k HP. It's pretty hard to die. Judging my Reddit. Oh my god. I've been running through the new Harbinger mobs like it's a stroll in the park. Right? I think I think it's gonna be interesting to see because everyone's kind of running through them with all the like our like massively enchanted Lego gear, perfect enchanted Lego gear, and it's gonna be like, oh yeah, this is so fun, and then it's gonna get to like actually playing it with like realistic gear. It's gonna be like, holy shit, this area is so fucking hard. Why is it so hard? You know? The Divine Flare heal is a lot if you get the cast off. Before yesterday, minus 25%. It was even more wild. I mean, yeah. I It was kind of funny listening to people be like, "Oh my god, have you seen how tanky the tanks are right now?" And I'm like, I don't know, sounds good to me. As long as the tanks aren't like putting out damage at the same time, that sounds pretty, I mean, they still do damage, but it's not, you know. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, tanks are really tanky. But okay, okay. I think the point that was made was the tankiness wasn't coming from being at the tank class, it was from equipping the right gear. So basically any class could be as tanky as that tank. They just had to put the gear on. And they would have lower damage. Uh, but if you like balance it out right, it's like, okay, you could be, you have a few thousand less health, but you still have decent damage. But I guess that's just the balance. That's just like the min max balancing of like any gear system, right? So I don't know. I think the realistic gear will come with larger group sizes. Group sizes there initially. Actually, getting one of those sets we are using is insane amounts of hours. Like legit, I don't think anyone gets a full Lego Enchanted 20 set. Yeah, no, like I well, yeah, that's the thing is like when I was testing the harbingers, I tried to keep it realistic and I didn't do the enchantments past 10 because I was like, okay, 10 is like pushing it, right? But enchanting something to 20 is like insane. Maybe econ guilds, but like geez. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, pretty much, right? Um, okay. Sorry, what did I miss? I've been testing with no enchant, and it's been pretty fun. Yeah, enchant to 5 feels pretty good there. Full enchant is 2 god mode. Yeah, yeah. That's the crazy thing is like seeing people enchant like past. I don't know. Yeah, like a +5 is pretty good, right? It's pretty decent. Um, and like trying to keep those like realistic expectations because like you gotta remember we're using like juiced up enchanting scrolls that have like 0% chance of failing, right? So yeah, you just go for it. But the realistic ones are, you know, that gear's gonna be gone. Yeah, that gear is gonna be gone. Mm, mm. Achievements. We need platform achievements. Add them and the hunters will come. Don't add them and the hunters may ignore your game. There's a distinct lack of MMO with achievements on Steam. So it's an untapped market. The audience is hungry for MMO achievements on Steam. The game isn't even close to finish yet. Will probably be in alpha state for 3 more years at the rate they're going, compared to the promised features. Achievements are definitely a thing they should do if they're on Steam, but that's a ways off. Agreed. Agreed. I think we're a little while off of implementing achievements. It'd be crazy. Better for Intrepid to do achievements right than to rush them. Yeah, yeah. Uh, just one last milking. Dev's out of money, so time to milk the game one last time before announcing bankruptcy. Ah, we're so fucked. We're so fucked. Ah. Oh shit, this has 45 comments on it. That's great. Seriously? Early access, still in Alpha 2, not even beta, going to have a cat shop. A cash shop in an MMO that's going into early access while still in Alpha 2. I used to have a lot of hope back then, following the game when it was first announced, since I really wanted to look forward to a new MMO. But this one had a lot of promises and potential. I keep up with all the dev update videos, but over time, it just looked like the game was going somewhere with no clear direction of what it wanted to go, of where it wanted to go. Just a bunch of new things and graphic updates. Which was okay for the most part, and now this. It was bad enough it's an Alpha 2 build going to early access, but a cash up. Yeah, God, people are... Wait, did I... I don't think I already read this. Ambitious project, many planned promised features, been in development for many years, still in Alpha 2, going into early access now. No estimate of 1.0, just simply when they get there, when it... they get there when it feels ready. Yeah. uh, oh my god. Crazy. Yeah. People are worked up about the really worked up about the cash up. Calling it a cash up. I mean it's just cosmetics. Complaint is literally like, why do we have the option to play the alpha? Why aren't we in the future game why aren't we in the future when the game is released? You don't want to play the alpha, don't play the alpha. You don't want to play the beta, don't play the beta. How is it hurting you or hurting a non-release game? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's like no I don't know. I can kind of I can see where people are coming from with the like. If it's just an alpha and you just need more players, just open it up, free to play this shit. You know, free to play this shit for the alpha, and then when when the time comes, we're like, oh, okay, we're done. It's like, it is now time. It is now time to start paying a sub fee, pretty much, right? Um, but they probably need money, dude. They should just be honest about it. Let's be honest about it. They need money. But it could also be have to take what Steven says holistically. He wants both players and money. Yeah, yeah. He wants both players and money, and obviously, yeah, because like the money that they bring in from Steam, um, will give them like a bigger runway to keep things going. I think I said that before. Yeah, I like the word runway today. My thing. My thing right now. How do you compare cosmetics that don't affect your gameplay to a subscription that you can't play the game without paying every month? Mentions that you can't play without buying them. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, is like the cash shop is, I mean, it's not great. It's not a great look. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not a great look. Steven had said that money helps develop the game. Not sure what people want past that in terms of Steven asking for money. Yeah, yeah, pretty much, right? It's like, oh yeah, they're they're getting rich off making this game. It's like, are they? Is he? Is he? Is this? Is this his grand plan for becoming a quadrillionaire, a gajillionaire? He's gonna rug pull. He's. It's not even like a. It's not even like it. It's crazy to me because people are like, oh, it's definitely a scam. Like, there's no game that we can play right now. There is a game. Well, okay, just because it's not a good game doesn't mean there is no game that cannot be played right now, and that there are like no like if we were like phase 3 and we had nothing, like nothing had been developed, like it was just like an open world that you could run around in, like no abilities, no NPCs, maybe like NPCs, but they have no names, they have no text, they have no nothing. You know, you run around and like there's towns, but they don't level up, or it's just static towns that don't change in any way. I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, this is looking pretty bad. But like, that's not it. It's not like that. It's just taking a little longer to develop than we thought it would, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, let me see. What are we doing? Um, I mean, it's been like a few hours now. Uh, I kind of want to eat this food and chill. But it's been fun hanging out with everyone. Uh, this is probably the part where I say the things. Um, let me hide this. Bam. All right, and let me pop this up. Um, Stream ending. There we go. Yeah. So if you're not already following, follow. It's free. That's the free one. A sub would be nice, but no pressure. But yeah, it's been good. We've been hanging out. Oh no, not the things. Yes, all of the things. Let me regale you with tales of how to click the follow button. What else do I have to do? There's a Discord. I have a Discord going. It's pretty basic right now. You don't have to join that, but you know, uh, I kind of just post like uh screenshots, and we have Wordle going in there. The Wordle's pretty fun. You can jump in there. What else is there? I think that's it. You know, I have the YouTube as well. I have a YouTube channel too. Go subscribe to that. That needs love. That needs some love. All right. Uh, I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for hanging out. Grey pelt, whetstoned, no damage. Illiterate Aussie, by your namesake. Everyone who's been hanging out, J Dono. Names. We had a few other people. Who else was there? Yeah, yeah. Thanks for hanging out. It's been fun. I had a good time. I think what I'm gonna do is gonna raid over to the only other person in the Ashes in Ashes of Creation, I think. Unless there's anyone I'm following streaming. No. Now what am I gonna do? Why can't I sleep? I know, right? Um, I mean, you can go and watch you can go watch this guy. I think he's just like watching old gameplay, but I don't know. I'm gonna raid over to there because at least it's Ash's gameplay. You can watch the Ash's gameplay. Uh, unless okay, unless unless no. I gotta end it. I gotta end it. I got food to eat. I got food to eat. Maybe I'll be back though. Yeah, I will raid out. I'm gonna raid out to this other person, video gameography in the only other person in the Ashes tab. So yeah, but it's been fun. Like it's actually been cool. Like we didn't play the game, but we talked about Ashes, and it's been fun. Kind of like looking. I'm probably gonna do more of this, and I'm probably gonna cover. I'm gonna have like a look at the uh I'm gonna have a look at the reviews when they come out because those are always fun. There's always like some really funny reviews in there. Um, but yeah, I appreciate everyone for hanging out. So I'll catch you later. Bye. Cool.